On September 7, 2012, the body of 19-year-old Faith Hedgepeth was found brutally murdered in her apartment, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. On that fateful day, the life of a young and promising student was cut short. Faith Hedgepeth, a 19-year-old from Warren County, North Carolina, was found dead in her apartment in Chapel Hill. The news sent shockwaves through the community, leaving many to wonder how such a heinous crime could occur in a place considered safe. As we delve into the events surrounding her death, we are reminded that the truth is often more terrifying than fiction. The investigation that followed would uncover a complex web of clues, suspects, and motives, leaving authorities with more questions than answers. The case of Faith Hedgepeth is a chilling reminder that justice is not always served, and the truth can be elusive. Faith Hedgepeth was a student at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where she was pursuing a degree in biology. She was known to her friends and family as a kind and gentle soul, always willing to lend a helping hand. On the night of September 6, 2012, Faith had gone out with friends to a local nightclub, where they had stayed until the early hours of the morning. After dropping off her friends, Faith returned to her apartment, where she would meet her untimely demise. The exact events of that night remain unclear, but what is known is that Faith's life was brutally cut short, leaving behind a family and community in mourning. As the investigation began, detectives would focus on piecing together the events of that fateful night, searching for any clue that might lead them to the killer. The investigation into Faith's murder was led by the Chapel Hill Police Department, with assistance from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Detectives collected evidence from the crime scene, including DNA samples, fingerprints, and other physical evidence. A mysterious 911 call, made from Faith's phone, was also discovered, in which a faint voice could be heard, but the words were indecipherable. The cryptic message found at the crime scene, "I'm watching you," would become a haunting phrase, echoing in the minds of the investigators. As the evidence was analyzed, detectives began to piece together a timeline of events, but the case remained a puzzle, with many pieces still missing. The investigation would span months, with detectives following leads, interviewing suspects, and analyzing evidence, but the killer remained at large. As the investigation continued, detectives identified several suspects, each with their own potential motives. One suspect, in particular, would become a person of interest, but the evidence against them was circumstantial at best. The case was further complicated by the lack of a clear motive, leaving detectives to speculate about the killer's intentions. Was it a crime of passion, a random act of violence, or something more sinister? The questions swirled, but the answers remained elusive. The suspects and their motives would become a focal point of the investigation, but the truth would prove to be more complex than initially thought. As the case unfolded, detectives would be forced to consider the unthinkable, that the killer might still be out there, watching and waiting. The murder of Faith Hedgepeth sent shockwaves through the community, leaving her family and friends reeling in grief. Her parents, Connie and Roland Hedgepeth, would become vocal advocates for justice, pleading with the public to come forward with any information that might lead to the capture of their daughter's killer. The community rallied around the Hedgepeth family, offering support and condolences, but the pain of their loss would never fully heal. As the case dragged on, the family's frustration grew, and the question on everyone's mind remained, who could have committed such a heinous crime? The impact of Faith's murder would be felt for years to come, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurks in the shadows, waiting to strike. Today, the case of Faith Hedgepeth remains unsolved, a haunting reminder that justice is not always served. The investigation continues, with detectives following new leads and re-examining old evidence. The Hedgepeth family remains hopeful that one day, the killer will be brought to justice, and they will finally have closure. The case has become a rallying cry for the community, with many calling for justice and an end to the violence that claimed Faith's life. As we remember Faith Hedgepeth, we are reminded that the fight for justice is never truly won, but it is a battle worth fighting. The case of Faith Hedgepeth will continue to haunt us, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks in the shadows, waiting to strike. In a shocking twist, new evidence has come to light, suggesting that the killer may have been someone close to Faith. The revelation has sent shockwaves through the community, leaving many to wonder how such a heinous crime could have been committed by someone who knew Faith. The investigation continues, with detectives re-examining old evidence and following new leads. The case of Faith Hedgepeth has taken a dramatic turn, and the question on everyone's mind remains, who could have committed such a crime? The twist has added a new layer of complexity to the case, and the search for justice continues. The case of Faith Hedgepeth is a chilling reminder that justice is not always served, and the truth can be elusive. The investigation continues, with detectives following new leads and re-examining old evidence. The Hedgepeth family remains hopeful that one day, the killer will be brought to justice, and they will finally have closure. As we remember Faith Hedgepeth, we are reminded that the fight for justice is never truly won, but it is a battle worth fighting. The case of Faith Hedgepeth will continue to haunt us, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks in the shadows, waiting to strike. Join us next time as we explore another chilling true crime story. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe for more true crime content.